fucking thumbnail. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm fat. Oh, no, everybody got me. Kung Fu fighting. Fighting lightning. It's just a little bit frightening. Kung Fu lightning. Everybody, what's Kung Fu fighting? Faster lightning. Could be frightening. Faster lightning. Ayo. Ayo. What's up, boys? Insane game. So tonight, welcome to another edition of Big Box Fridays. I've brought a couple of things. I haven't seen up the food. It's the Mickey D's. It's an oldie but a goodie. We're gonna see if the food's actually properly heated. Oh, the Adventures of Elliot has a lot of promise. Nice. Oh, the demo. Good. All right, let's see. Okay. We have our fries, the Mickey D fries. We have an apple pie. Oh god, let's see if I can do this. The pie's not gonna stand on its own, is it? Be a man, pies. Damn it. Can we do that? No, that's not gonna work. We'll just do this. No, not gonna work. Damn it. Damn it. It's okay. We have to get the snack wrap. The snack wrap. We have to get the second snack wrap. The snack wrap. Wait. What is this? Oh, that's a tag. Second snack wrap. And to finish it off, we have a filet of fish. Because fishy is good. Oh no. Unfortunately the camera's not capturing everything. But we'll figure it out. Oh, let me actually if I scoot back a little bit, let's see. There we go. There we go. I wanted to, I was here live. I'm doing a promo with Naruto. Nice, son. No McFlurry. Oh, no. We have orange hot tea because they don't do fruit punch anymore. So in the order of things I usually do is I eat the fries first because that's what you do. Then you alternate between the snack wrap and an apple pie and then the snack wrap. And then you finish off with the fish fillet. So this is the last thing on the list. Friday is officially my cheat day. Drinking an Oreo milkshake. The manliest thing you could do. So first things first, let's see if the fries are properly heated. And alright. They're not cold. Someone just type black? What's up? What's that? Thomas? Yeah, Thomas Ortiz. What's up, Thomas Ortiz? There we go. So how everybody doing on this lovely Friday evening? Was the week hard for you? I did not round up. What's up? Fortnite, what's it? Fortnite Gold? They are crunchy. They're not like crispy crunchy, but they are crunchy. Your opinion on how Nintendo is raising their base model and accessory prices again? Well, to be fair, they didn't do it the first time. Hold on, let me move. Oh, wait. I know what I forgot to do. I gotta go get my other thing. Hold on a second. I forgot to get my tablet. So it's easier for me to read the chat because the text is small on my phone unless I'm holding it, which I don't do in the beginning. I have to remind myself to go get the tablet. One second. In fact, it's a little bit frightening. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. That's what I meant to do. Round up at Mickey D's. You should have. I should have. Truth hurts. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Now I can read your messages clearer. Anyways, the kids at Ronald McDonald's need us. That is true. Can you buy me V-Bucks? No. I can't buy you anything. I'm sorry. But hopefully everyone's okay. So in the beginning, if I have fries, I usually focus on that before like really eating anything. I mean, before talking, because you gotta blitz these fuckers. If you know the rules, thank you, Stevie. I appreciate it. Thank you for the like and subscribe. Unfortunately, I don't have notifications because I'm streaming off my phone, but thank you. You too, Bob. Thank you, Fortnite. The partnership direct told me that basically Nintendo and third parties are just going to try to repeat the Switch 1 formula. Well, Juice, what does that mean? When you say that, what does that mean? Like, can you explain what that means to you? Like, what is the Switch 1 formula? Hey, thank you for the support, Stevie. I appreciate it. What's up, Ed Dirk and friends? Oh wow, morning from Singapore. Don't worry, bro. The rule. So to give context for those who don't know, Big Bad Fridays is only a Friday thing, meaning I don't sit here and gorge out every fucking day of the week. That would be dangerous and unhealthy. You haven't had McDonald's in over 10 years. What kind of shit is that? That's crazy. Where them fries at? I told you, you gotta grind out the fries because these bitches get cold quick. So if you don't do it, it burns you. Well, that's also the reason why people in UK. That's probably the reason why people in the UK are not as heavy as Americans. Because we do it big everywhere. To be fair, this stream is not for kids. So the cursing thing, we'll see. Don't expect it though. Dang. Oh, so it's literally like 13 hours. You're 13 hours ahead. What day is it? Is it August 2nd or is it August 1st? Or is it July 31st? Yeah, eventually the fatness will invade the entire country. It's not healthy and it's very dangerous. So be careful, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful. Yeah, I saw. Didn't a new anime get announced for Digimon? That's what Dean and Tyrone were talking about. They announced a new Digimon anime. So I know the fans are excited. What's up, Jazzy? Ah! Sorry. What happened? What's up, Zachary? So, I guess, well, I'm going to wait until I go through these first. It's hard to, like, do the main thing when I'm trying to blitzing these. But you have to blitz these because these aren't good after like 10 minutes. And because I had these DoorDash, their dangerousness is even lower. It's probably like 5 minutes. What's up, Richie? What's up, Curl? I thought I said hey to y'all. I apologize if I didn't. But anything, what are people's general opinions of the Direct anyway? Like, what did you like to see in the Nintendo Direct? And what didn't you like? Are you happy about it? Well, like, I guess we'll start with what grade did you give it? If you guys watched Nintendo Partnership Direct yesterday, what would you give it out of a letter grade? A, B, C, or D, A plus, B minus, whatever. What do you give it? I haven't read the new chapter yet, Zachary. The new chapter, I think, just got translated, so I haven't read it. It's weird to say I looked at Dragon Quest when Square Enix was really prevalent during that presentation. But I think isn't I saw some of the leaks. Isn't the new chapter something about isn't the new chapter something around Amazon Lily or relating to some of the characters from Amazon Lily? I won't say too much because obviously it's spoilers, but I'm just curious because I don't remember. Another 7 or 8 years of RPGs, indies, farming games, and occasional late port. You would be correct. Got it. 6 out of 10. Okay, cool. The fries are done. Now, in our current situation, I'm going to do this. I'm essentially going to do snack wrap, apple pie, snack wrap. And then, like I said, we'll finish with the fish fillet. Yeah, I saw Amazon Lily. So, Juice says 6 out of 10. I think I saw a B. What else? Give me some more opinions before I get into it. So, I'm not a big fan of the ranch on the snack wrap, but I really like the snack wrap in general. Always eat the lettuce. Even if you don't want to, eat the lettuce. Let's see. Okay. Alright. So, let's see. The chicken was properly fried. And that's all that matters. So, to quickly discuss the Direct, it was pretty but I wasn't really mad about it being particularly because of what we knew about the third party with Nintendo at that point in time. We knew that most third-party third-party publishers and developers didn't get access to a Switch 2 until it launched for like the public. So as a result, they wouldn't have had time to really work on the game in like 2 months. So the people who were the most prevalent were exactly who I think it would be, which was like Sega, Square, Capcom. Those were our core big three. Those have been our big three for the original Switch, even though I think the original Switch effort for Capcom was like in and out. It was okay, but it wasn't great, and I was just kind of bummed out. 20 2D HD games by the end of the Switch 2 life cycle. Yeah, the one thing I'll say is that even though I'm happy Square's still doing this like mid-tier stuff, I'm a little concerned that they're going to burn people out on 2D HD. Because this is like the fit. Wait, I'm trying to think. You have Octopath 0, 1, and 2. You have Triangle Strategy. You had the Dragon Quest. There's a Dragon Quest 2 and 3. You have Elliot's thing, the Adventures of Elliot, and I think we have like 7 of them so far, and it's a lot. Are we fat enough, son? Nah, never fat enough. But we could be dead enough. Tee. Thank you, TCG. Exactly what I wanted you to do. Sorry about that. You should try out this one fast food spot called Jubilee. I've heard good things about Jubilee. I haven't had it before. But I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was going to be crazy because we're too early in the Switch's life cycle. I think this is the first time we've gotten Madden again, though. Because people made a big deal out of Madden, but see, I don't keep up with Madden. But from what I heard, Madden, it was like, yo, we haven't seen Madden in X amount of time, so, ooh, shit, it's Madden. I think the problem is people were expecting, yo, Jubilee, do you smell that shit? That's the X-Men character. Get out of here, studio. I think the problem is people were expecting something to blow them out the water. They wanted a Call of Duty announcement, a Battlefield announcement, like a big game, or like just something crazy to get people excited. And this doesn't really have that. Like Persona, cool, right? Monster Hunter Stories 3, cool, right? What else? Capcom Square and why can I not think of the third one? Sega. So Persona, and then obviously some new 2D HD games. We did get what is it? Star Wars Outlaws, right? Is that what it was? That one's kind of a big game from Ubisoft. You weren't gonna get those two in the Nintendo showcase. That's Sony and Microsoft back. LOL. Wouldn't be surprised the Direct comes out soon anyways. I hope it doesn't come out soon because then it just makes it really weird you did a partner Direct in the first place. Problem is that they announced instead of P4 Rewind, Jesus Christ. That game just now exists. Chill out. We ain't gotta do all this shit all at once. Relax, y'all. Damn. Actually, real quick, for those who've eaten at McDonald's, what is your favorite food at McDonald's? Because mine's just transitioned over the years. As a kid, I used to get McDoubles and fries and drinks all day. I didn't get anything else. And then when I got old enough and I could buy my own food, I finally bought myself a Big Mac for the first time. And I used to get Big Macs for like at least 2 or 3 years consistently. And then I slowly transitioned into like quarter pounders. And then eventually I hit fish fillets. And I became really addicted to fish fillets for a long time. And as you can see, I still am. I still eat the occasional McChicken or Big Mac, but for the most part, fish fillets became my go-to. And then I found out about the secret menu, where you don't just have fish fillets, you have double fish fillets. Is this a double? It is. Okay, cool. Double fish fillet. Go. Absolutely go. Move that the way. Oh yeah, the McDonald's is really good. My two go-tos for the breakfast is usually hotcakes and hash browns, but their sausage biscuits are good. Yeah, my man's hungry. Hey man, we can't call it Big Back Fridays if I don't do this. Also, I didn't eat literally because of this, so. Damn, hold on. Jesus. I don't know if people care about the showing off the food, but I don't really know the appeal to mukbangs from the perspective of someone recording them. And I don't really watch mukbangs myself for entertainment, so it's a little bit weird. You think, dang, you don't think we'll get a major direct until 2026? November? I think we'll, ooh, you know what, now I'm thinking about it. We got one at the end of July. I can see one, we still don't have a release date for Metroid Prime. And we're coming down to the last 4 months of the year. And they haven't delayed it to 2026. I'm thinking, I think we'll get a direct in the next month. I think we'll get one in September. Because I think historically we've gotten them in September. So it only really makes sense to get them in September. Thank you for the hearts. The people who do fried apple pies still, I think it's Checkers. I can't touch those, bro. They're fucking crispy. They got cinnamon on them and sugar, plus the apple pie stuff inside. I have diabetes. That will kill me. Fuck that. Absolutely not. Did you see that the price of the Switch 2 Pokemon bundle? I thought it said $4.99. So does that mean no game included? No, the bundle has the game in it. It's essentially just it's like the Mario Kart one, where it's 500, but the game is probably digital. Oh, the Switch OLED went up to 400 now. Damn. What do they need a direct for? All their Metro Prime 4 release date, especially after all that last direct. I heard that there's been a lot of rumors that a couple of developers there's been rumors that developers had other games and that they would be featured in direct. They just weren't featured in this direct. So supposedly there are more titles that were not shown off yet. Also, to be fair, Nintendo still wants to show off their first party news. The last news we got from them was in June, right? So a traditional direct is still required. It'll just probably be more first party focused. At least that's just what I suspect. Next fast food you need to hit up is Arby's so I can get my rant. What the fuck? Why Arby's specifically? That's my question. Alright, we have the last two items. Another snack wrap. And the double fish filet of fish. And then I'm gonna probably start walking around because this is the other reason why I don't really mind doing these is because I don't like go and lay down afterwards. I literally walk around and then I bullshit with you guys for another like hour and a half to 2 hours. I thought the base Switch was $4.99. No. Whoa. No, what? No. The base Switch 2 is $4.49. So essentially, it's the same thing as the Mario Kart bundle. Instead of spending probably $70 for it, you're spending $50, but it's digital only. Bars, studio bars. I normally don't play Digimon games personally. I've seen a couple of my friends play them, and I know they enjoy them, but I don't personally play them like that. The last time I played a Digimon game were the old games on like the PlayStation 2. That was the last time I remember playing Digimon. Now I remember eating that. Well, see, to give context around, I didn't eat lunch. I intentionally, so if I'm going to do these kind of videos on Fridays, my lunch either has to be non-existent or really, really light. Like this morning, I think I had a banana and some water, and that's it. I'm trying to do that. If I'm gonna do videos like this on Fridays, I try to make my Fridays like less effective up until tonight to justify me kind of chilling out. Also, I don't normally get 2 snack wraps. Normally what I would have done if I was going to do this, I would have normally gotten everything else the same, but I would have gotten 2 apple pies and 1 wrap. But Tyrone suggested something different, so we got this. Although he did want me to try the blueberry pie, but I'm not a big fan of blueberry, honestly, so I might try it different. People order need to put down the pen. I don't know why, but he can draw other characters from their other series. He did Ask the Dirty. No, he didn't. You lying. Show me the pictures. What do you mean he did Ask the Dirty? To be fair, Oda has a very unique art style. He's been drawing his whole fucking life since he was in his 20s. So I'm not too surprised. But like, bro, they aren't doing the direct for MP4 release date and new Kirby trailer. So a good amount of it would be 2026 games to fill out a 30 to 40 minute direct. Yeah, but if the increase in third party games or 2026 games is a lot, then it's not bad. See, the problem is Nintendo fans are so used to getting less from them that if you start getting more, it's almost kind of weird. Well, like I said, we're currently in the... Okay, the Switch was a really good generation for everybody. But do we think the Switch 2 is going to be better? And are we going to immediately invest in Switch 2? And some companies are like, cool, bet, we'll invest in Switch 2. But others are like, I don't know, bro. I think I'm going to still have that Switch 1 cartridge. Which is why you got games that are releasing on Switch 1 and Switch 2. Or just Switch 1. Dang, what happened? Let's see. I don't want to see if the internet, I don't know, I guess the Wi-Fi glitched out and it just kind of fucked everything for a second. So I'm trying to see if it, yeah, what happened? I don't even know what happened. Me, I'm here. Can you guys see and hear me properly? Are we Gucci on that front? Are we living? Are we live? Are we living? Are we hizzy in the busy? Are we ganging? Are we Smeckledorfing? All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm just rambling at this point. Jesus Christ. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? I just want to make sure. People, let me know in the chat. Can you see and hear me? Are we good? Are we Gucci? Can you hear me now? 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 All right, we're good? Okay, cool. All right, so what I was going to say is Nintendo, unfortunately, as far as third parties concerned, is it been in recovery mode. The Switch is pretty much recovery mode for third party, right? Where you had a bunch of people who never bought third party games on Switch. I mean, who started buying third party games on Switch. So some of them are being reintroduced to those IPs through Nintendo, and now are like, well, where are the other games? Where are the next games? And then looking and realizing, oh, they're on completely different platforms. But other companies are also like, well, I don't know if I want to invest into the Nintendo ecosystem because I don't know if it's going to yield me any money. Which is why we have a lot of intrepidation when it comes to putting games out on the Switch 2. But like I said, I think part of this is a dev kit issue because they just didn't get dev kits quick enough to throw things out. Like I think, who was it? I think it was the Battlefield developer said something about it today. Like, oh, they don't have any. No, it was yesterday. Where like they don't have any interest in making a Switch 2 version of a game, but they are interested in like Nintendo, which is that half-assed third-party response. Nintendo is still currently fighting its stigma of being viewed as the kiddie console. ooh, shit. The kiddie console. And so being viewed as the kiddie console means you don't gain the same level of prestige and recognition for the shit that you've done for the industry, which is what Nintendo's been going through for the longest. So as a result, what we end up getting is this shitty situation where Nintendo has done a lot, but they don't want to recognize that Nintendo's done anything. Hence why a bunch of games don't show up on the console. On top of the other obvious, they didn't have time. And then, of course, you have the game key card situation, where, of course, almost every game that's been announced has a game key card and isn't actually a physical game. And I've talked about game key cards before, but I do want to go into further detail about it. I recognize that game key cards are probably the worst form of media for gamers right now. Like, I'm gonna just be real with you. But I think people need to be understanding of the situations that led to this in the first place and whether or not it's a good thing or a bad thing. Because I've heard some complaints I think are genuine, and I've heard other complaints that I don't think are as genuine. One of those complaints, and it goes both ways. So, for example, one of the complaints I think is fair is that it fucks up that box art. Bro, I'm so tired of my box art only having a big ass key and disclaimer at the bottom of it. The reason why it's like this though is because not every game is a game key card. If every game was a game key card, then you would just not have to put it at all because the assumption would be that everything's a fucking game key card. Which still fucking sucks, right? But I want people, and then I've heard complaints like, well, I'm tired of having to switch games in and out of the cartridge. I'm like, but that's the physical experience. When you want to play a new game, you have to open up your system, eject the disc or cartridge, and then put the new one in to continue playing. That is a part of the process that you signed up for when you decided I wanted to get physical media. People were like, well, it's being installed on the system. I'm like, yeah, but so is PlayStation and Xbox games. That's been a thing for them for the last 2 generations. And no one seemed to give a shit. Now, do I understand that technically Nintendo is worse because it's online, meaning you have to be online to even indulge in a gaming key card, at least for the first time? Sure. But fundamentally, from a consumer perspective, what you're doing compared to PlayStation and them isn't really different. You're still taking the game, you're putting it into the system, it's installing, and then that's it. Ironic enough, half the reason why people are probably okay with the game key card in the context of like doing it from a day-to-day basis is because they've already been doing a game key card situation with the other two consoles. Fuck, I got my new disc from PlayStation 5. I guess I gotta go put it in, wait X amount of minutes for it to install enough to where I can start the game, and then we're good. I think something we need to be honest about is that physical media, physical like disc writers have failed us. The reason why we have digital consoles and all digital versions of consoles is because we cannot make a quality disc reader good enough to read as fast as flash memory. And if we can, we can't do it for an affordable price, which is what happens. Don't want to change the cartridges. Vatos be doing that for 40 years now. Exactly. But we're at the point now where like it just physically is not a benefit to have a cartridge reader or a fucking disc reader in your system. Hence why they're giving you an option for it. Because they know that realistically it's only going to get worse. You're making bigger games. They need to run faster, better load times, and all that shit. You're going to have to take an L somewhere. And in most cases, the L is going to come from where exactly you think it's going to come from, which is A, the fucking disc reader. This is important because it's leasing the game key cards. The other problem is that Nintendo is the only person in their field of hybrid systems that even offers physical media at all. And guess what? It fucking costs them. It costs them for games they do. It costs them for games they do that third parties do. It costs them anytime anyone uses that fucking system. And as a result, they're out here struggling because of it. So the only way they can recoup money or make back the money is to essentially go, hey, here's a version that kind of imitates a card, like a SD card or a cartridge experience, but also still doesn't require you to put the entire game on it. So, hey, here's a key that downloads from the eShop the game that you're making. And it's like, oh, that works. And so people are surprised that they're using the cheapest option to put out these titles, whether it's Yakuza, whether it's fucking Monster Hunter Stories 3, probably, whether it's fucking Elliot the Adventurer. Well, that one I think it's fine. I think it's really just it's the bigger titles. Like Persona 3 Reload, I think has it. Like I'm very sure Virtual Fighter is gonna have it. Like that's just the nature of it is. And people want to talk about how they want to support the ones that won't do it. Like here's the kicker: they're not gonna fucking support them. They should, but they're not going to, and that's where the problem's gonna lie in. You're not even supporting what you're supposed to be supporting, or you said you care about. Because let's be real here, convenience beats morality in a lot of situations, and it shouldn't, and it's not fair that it does, but it does, and that is indeed the core of the issue. I think I got a little bit off track with the Nintendo Direct, but realistically, it's a third-party Direct early on in the Switch's life cycle. We already now know the sales that Switch is essentially at 6 million, and Mario Kart World is almost at 6 million, so making it almost a one-to-one sale rate between console and game, which means most people try to buy the bundle because, of course, they fucking did. And yeah, Nintendo had a strong start even with its missteps. The hope is that they just continue to ride the wave. Now, I guess Juice did want me to talk about the price increases. From what I understand, this is because of recent tariff announcements again that Trump put on Vietnam, and Vietnam was like, fuck. And Nintendo has their consoles made in Vietnam, so they're like, listen, we got to up the prices for all the Switch consoles. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why do you have to do this? Now, here's the reality that someone said that I think is generally true. They don't really need to do this because they already get a profit back on the Switch. Actually, if anything, they've probably gotten more of a profit back on the Switch in recent years because obviously, as time goes on, but they're still releasing new consoles, like the parts get cheaper and cheaper to make, which is what creates the problem. So realistically, Nintendo could take the L on this, but they're not going to because it's Nintendo, and a lot of us fans are only annoyed for one particular reason and one particular reason only. It's gonna make it really hard for Nintendo to beat that fucking PlayStation 2 number. And as fans and fanboys, I'm gonna be real with you. We really want them to beat that number. We really want them to beat that number. Please beat that number. Nope. That didn't do it. I almost fell. Gravity's a bitch. I hate it. I'm not in love with the price increases. I don't know if we know the specific numbers of each of the increases. If it's just like $50, it's still gonna suck, but it's something. And once again, wouldn't be surprised if PlayStation does the same thing soon. They've already started. They kind of just held off on America, but eventually it's gonna get to the point where it's like, fuck, we gotta charge America, and they don't want to do it because they know that's their biggest market. So they have to charge America. You about to get your ass whooped, bro. We about to get our motherfucking ass whooped, bro. And I don't want that to happen to me. I didn't make any mistakes. So why am I getting punished for these fuckers overseas? Ah. Oh, Jesus. I think I'm getting cold. That's never a good sign. Sleepiness flies in when you're cold, hence why I'm walking around. Because I could be sitting down to finish the rest of that meal, but it's dangerous. Man, fuck America. Chill out, we live here. What else was I going to talk about? There were games I was interested in, but the only game I would think about maybe picking up is Sparkling Zero, particularly just because I didn't buy the PlayStation or Xbox version or PC version. And also, I miss doing Wiimote comic spirit bombs. That's just nice to me. I enjoyed it a lot. Reload. If I hadn't already played it, I probably would have gotten. Some of these games I think suffer the problem of being games that I already own. The other problem is that they put essentially borderline indie titles in this whole third-party showcase and acted like it were new games. I'm like, no. They're fucking indies, guys. Indies in a third-party direct, and then you're gonna announce an indie direct. And I'm gonna be like, I really, really don't care because if you thought some of these games were just third-party and not fucking indie, and then you have an indie direct afterwards, I'm gonna be like, oh no, please don't do it. No, don't do it. If someone else go in and we're all through it, I dress they got the money. I'm just gonna say else my brothers, I ain't even gonna say it. That's just something they know. They know, they know, they know. They know, they know, they know. They know, they know, they know. Yeah, they know. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Ah. Oh no. No. Thanos, Thanos, Thanos. Thanos, Thanos, Thanos. I got the realest on the rise. Fuck them other guys. I'm the one who gets to decide because I'm Thanos, Thanos, Thanos. Thanos. Oh God, it's actually cold. I might need to turn the AC off. It's getting cold. It's chilly in here, boy. It's chilly in here, bro. I also fun life fact. I installed a dehumidifier in the crawl space under my house, which I know can affect how the humidity in your home, since obviously heat rises. So if you take out the humidity, it's nowhere near as hot as it could be. It's just dry, which is then fixed by the fucking AC. So I think the shit's gotten too effective already, and it's been less than 24 hours. I'm in a dangerous life here, guys. What do I do? Yo, I will say, looking back at the showcase, I thought it was okay, but something Chronos from Bloober launching day and date on Switch 2 was surprising. Madden Borderlands is almost same day. Borderlands is almost same day. Well, Borderlands was announced earlier, so that doesn't surprise me. Madden is surprising because I think Madden hasn't been on Switch, hasn't been on Nintendo systems in a long time. Square defaulting the HD 2D is shocking. I'm curious. We haven't gotten release dates for some of their other titles. I mean, honestly, I think September is kind of stacked if you were a Switch fan who wants to get a bunch of ports or games that they just never had access to or hands on. So it's going to be interesting. I'm very curious to see how this goes. I might actually have to turn off the AC, bro, guys. Y'all don't understand. This shit is rough, bro. For early Switch 2, I say that's a good start, along with the new Square and Monster Hunter Stories announcements. Of course, I don't think it's bad. There's some games in there that I think definitely keep it from being a straight trash direct. I think people just wanted to. I think people wanted to be blown away. And to be fair, that always happens with Nintendo, especially during new console hype. They always want to be blown away. Give me a new console. Give me some new accessories. Give me some new power benchmarks. Oh, it can do this, that, and the third. Can't wait until this game comes out, and then everything goes crazy. And then it doesn't happen. They're like, Nintendo is trash. Why is it so trash? Why? Why? I'm gonna stop. But yeah, it's been interesting. But yeah, for me personally, I thought it was fine. I'm not it's super excited. It's all right. It's cool. We got some safe developers, Sega, Square, and Capcom. But obviously, we want more. I'm glad to see Yakuza maintaining its consistency on Nintendo platforms, considering how little Yakuza showed up before because of reasons. But once again, that's Sega, so not too surprising. Sega's always been a ride or die. Capcom has been pretty in and out, and so is Square. But they've been pretty recent. They've been pretty good in the last couple of generations. And then what Ubisoft with Star Wars, which has potential, but I know that bitch is on the GameCube card. If it's not, I will be fucking surprised. I'm surprised. I'm surprised we didn't get a Rayman Legends announcement. Because, they love to port that game to any and everything. Even though we just want a new game, Ubisoft! We just want a new game, please. COD is coming. So I say we're getting larger support for more AAA stuff that wouldn't have shown up on Switch 1. As long as Condom Hearts doesn't make it to Switch 2, we're good. We need a proper version of the fucking collection. Okay? We need Kingdom Hearts. What the hell was that? Oh, that's I gotta turn on notifications. I fucked up. Hold on. I'm like, why am I getting notified? I'm getting notified because I hit the button. God damn it. I think people just want to see it. It's not like a situation of that, like, we know it's coming. We just want to see it so it's validated, so we feel like it. Because of course Nintendo fans are incredibly distrusting a third party because we've been lied to so many times. We're literally like abused girlfriends, and our husband is EA, the woman beater, and he's just like, knock, 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 Your soul's mine, bitch. And this shit sucks. It sucks sometimes. It really does. But it is what it is. It's life. Hopefully you guys are doing all right as well. I'm just trying to grind it out here. I'm just trying to make it. Just trying to make it. Ooh, I don't know why. There's a lot of random songs coming to mind today. Just gonna make it. All right. Just gonna make it. Shoddy. Oh, Jesus. I guess we should probably eat that fish fillet that's been sitting here on the table. But I'll be real with you. This week has been kind of exhausting. So to give guys context, some personal fun stuff. So school starts back on Monday. Teachers came back this week. Teachers got on my nerve all this week. And I'm so tired of teachers. It's been so much, bro. It's just been constant like nagging. Can you help me with the printer connection? Can you help me with the permission board? Can you help me with the device? It don't type well enough. I can't get on X, Y, and Z website that you don't manage. But I don't know what technology it is, so I'm gonna ask you anyway about it. Help me. Oh, also, can I get another laptop even though you're only allowed to get one at a time? Because of course you are. Because why would we give out laptops to freeloading teachers who don't have a car or a job or the ability to teach the youth, but they got that fancy fucking degree? That, if you can't tell, I'm carrying around a lot of trauma. Damn, school started back early now. What happened to always starting on the 20th? Nope. They start back on Monday. And as a result, I've been exhausted. But fun fact, the nephew also starts on Monday. He's in pre-K this year. So he's going to have his first school experience. He's been going to daycare, so it's not like he hasn't been socializing. But I'm very curious to see how this is going to go for him. See, if you were a shonen anime, you could be boxing all those teachers like you're supposed to. Yeah, but life isn't that convenient. It's so hard, bro. Thank you for the 11 viewers and 11 likes. You know how rare it is for me to get the same amount of likes and views at the same time? It's been fucking immaculate. I forget the joke that was made last week about the likes. And now it's going to bum me out because now I want to know the lore. I want to create lore for the stream so you know what's going on. And it's immaculate. Ooh. Fun fact. You never want to lean on something that your hand can slip off of. Because essentially you'll just go like, whoop, and then you'll just fucking fall and bust your face. It's never a good feeling, but it is something that happens pretty frequently. It's very dangerous, actually. I should have ate this fucking fish, bro. I should have ate this fish, man. I can't be Big Back Fridays if I don't eat the fish. Give me a second. 1 second. Alright. It's just right. Cold as fuck, too. That's the crazy part. Let's see. Actually, it's still warm. It's good. McDonald's food is so hard to eat sometimes because it's very, if you don't eat it now, then you're screwed kind of thing. Fun fact, you cannot blitz this. You cannot blitz these because they're fucking full of fish and bread and cheese and tartar sauce. Oh God, it's so much food. No. It's so much food. No, we're gonna put a pin in that. It ain't gonna work. Yeah, this is way too thick. The bread and the fish and the cheese is too thick. There's no way. I gotta take a break, bro. It ain't gonna work. I'll put this in the microwave for later. I ain't gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it. Oh shit. That's why you should always go with the hot and spicy and best chicken sandwich. Like the beef chicken sandwich or the best chicken sandwich. Oh, the best chicken sandwich. I'm not a big fan of spicy food. I know that might be a little bit hard to believe, but I don't normally eat like a lot of spicy food personally. Ooh. Spicy food to me is an acquired taste. It doesn't really work for everybody. I know some people like it, but for me, it's just like, I'm good for the most part. Ooh, yeah, we gotta put this up. We gotta put this up. We'll leave that right there. Also, fun fact, I don't think I showed you guys. I actually do have a blood pressure thing that I do to check my blood pressure. We could test it just to see. Let's see. We do this for the walls, man. Oh, snap. Remember, kids, stay healthy. All right, let's do it. The idea when you do your blood pressure is you're supposed to like be calm while this thing is slowly constricting itself around your arm. Otherwise, it'll say you're elevated, and I'm not trying to be elevated. I just want to be enlightened. Learn more. Think more. Hug more. Not die more. All right, let's look at the blood pressure. Let's see. Oh, it's backwards. I think it's 125, 78, 97. Not bad, actually. Let's do one more check. The McCrispy sandwich is good at McDonald's. The best fast food chicken and sandwich is Shake Shack. I don't think I've had Shake Shack's chicken sandwich. Even though I think I have it. Content in 2025. Someone checking their blood pressure. It's the ultimate content, actually. You are underestimating this. Oh, I'm recording. I'm doing it now. I always do 2 of them just in case. So. Yeah, 124, 75, 95. Some rats for your 4 more viewers. You're all watching in Discord? What do you mean? Why are you all watching in Discord? What's happening right now? So people just watching me in Discord as I talk and ramble here? Let me see. Hold on, let me scroll down. Well, it's okay. I appreciate the love and support anyway. But no, it's all serious though, bro. It's all love and family here, man. We chilling and we talking. We having a good time, living life the best we can. I wonder if you can do like group stuff on YouTube. Like, can you do group streams? That's highlight video, green screen, create highlight lighting. Does the green screen work well? Let's see. Oh, it does. It works pretty well, actually. That's cool. Oh Lord, that's insane. All right, anyways, let's just talk about life in general. So, we have now finished the food portion because I'm just not gonna eat that sandwich tonight. And let's be real here, big back does not necessarily mean force yourself to gouge out on food. That's one thing I've learned that I had a bad habit of doing. Unfortunately, when you live in the South, there are certain habits we were taught that do not coincide with a healthy lifestyle that I sometimes have to remind myself about. For example, my mom always said, always finish your plate. That is never something you should do, at least not as an adult. As a kid, it made more sense because as a kid, you were still growing, so you always should be eating something. You should be eating to help grow. It made sense then. As an adult, let's be real here, overeating is a bad habit a lot of Americans have, which has led to obesity in general. So as a result, people overeat, they get overweight, and then they get a heart disease or high blood pressure, and then they die. And then it becomes a fucking problem. And we don't want to be a fucking problem, okay? We want to live longer, live healthy, enjoy life, and all that fun shit. When it comes to this kind of stuff, it's crazy because like for me at least, the biggest problem about the way I eat is the fact that like everyone down here eats pretty similarly, and unfortunately, the health and medical professionals have told almost everyone here to be like, yeah, the entire way you were living your life and the way you raised your kids food wise was wrong, and now they all have bad eating habits because of it. I don't blame my mother for it because part of it was because we were poor, the other part was because that's how she was raised to cook. So how you gonna get mad at someone raising you the way they were raised and you doing the same thing only to be told, yeah, you were all wrong. All of us, all of you were wrong. Part of the reason why you were wrong is because of the environment you grew up in. The other reason why you were wrong is because you just didn't fucking pay attention to what the fuck you were ingesting. And that's where the dangerous part comes in. For me personally, the diabetes isn't so bad to where it's like I gotta have like a glucose monitor on me at all times, but it's very much a keen reminder to get my shit together. And so that's what I try to focus on doing. It's funny because Polly gets worried about me health wise because of that. But I'm still doing stuff. I don't really get a chance to show you guys as much, but I do stuff health wise. I'm out here walking. I'll be in the gym tomorrow. We're grinding it out. We're making slow efforts to improve ourselves, our bodies and minds, and it's always important. A lot of people kind of lose track of that shit because you're busy with work. I have a friend who's like almost 200 pounds heavier than me, which is bad because I'm already overweight as it is. And he's younger than me. He's like 26, I think, 27. And this man got me by an extra 200 pounds. It's close. It's like 180 or some shit. It's like, I think he's almost in like the 400s. I think he's either in the 400s or he's like in the, or like late 300s. Either way, he's really fucking heavy. He's like, bro, I work two jobs. I ain't got time. And my thought process is if you can work two jobs, you have time. You just gotta let one of them jobs go. And some people don't want to do that because, you know, they built their whole finances around that job, that second job to buffer out their payments for things, which isn't healthy. Realistically, what needs to happen is that Americans and people in general need to get better spending habits or go to classes where they're taught how to spend their money and manage the money and savings better. Because that shit, bro, if you can manage your money, you can budget off of anything. But you have to manage your money and be smart about what you do. Invest in the right things. Talk to the right people. Networking is always important. Even though I hate people, and I mean it, I really, 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 really dislike people, bro. But you're a live streamer, a YouTuber, a TikToker, an Instagram. Oh, God. I don't know if y'all heard the crack, but that crack fucked me up, bro. But what if I want two jobs? Tyrone, not everyone's like you, bro. The goal in life is not to work multiple jobs. The goal in life is to live the life you want to live with one job. Because that means you have not properly optimized yourself in your life. You've optimized yourself to the point where you can be just as successful with one job as you were with two jobs. I like Persona 4. Well, I mean, to be fair, Ryan, I like Persona 4 for a completely different reason. I find Persona 4 Persona 4, it's dangerous because Persona 4 is very nostalgic, and one of the things I've had to remind myself as I've gotten older is not getting lost in this in the nostalgia. Because I mean, for God's sakes, it's when your childhood was that good in terms of entertainment, it gets incredibly dangerous to fall into old habits and to be like, man, I hate life. I hate how modern life is. Forcing yourself to get out and do shit you don't want to do is unfortunately the cornerstone of every adult. It's harder for some adults than others because we all have different hangups. But my hangup is being social, which means every interaction is me forcing myself to be engaging and entertaining. And sometimes the shit doesn't work, bro. Sometimes the shit doesn't work. Sometimes you sit there and you freeze. You know how many conversations I've had where I know I don't care, but I have to pretend like I do because the engagement is something that is needed. Humans are not meant to be alone and they're not meant to be lonely. We just struggle a lot when it comes to expressing ourselves. And sometimes we say what we don't mean because we don't know how to say what we want to say. If that makes sense. Not totally sure if that makes sense. I mean, I already knew Tyrone enjoyed his jobs. That's why he likes to work them. Some people are just work oriented. Some people aren't. Being work oriented is inherently a good thing for the most part because it means you're productive and effective. But it also stops you from being free in some aspects. Everything can be great, but just not in abundance. Some of this shit needs to be cut off and monitored into some middle stuff. What's up, press forward? Like we don't need to get caught up in the minutia of it all. I don't know, bro. I love, but I miss. What the hell is this? What is this? My bad. Sorry. So fucking Sorsan showed me the link. I hate working and dealing with assholes and bad coworkers. Yeah, but unfortunately, the things in life that you want to achieve, like a girlfriend or a wife or a husband or whatever, requires you to like put yourself out there, and that's what we hate. Yeah, I saw it. They're doing the Naruto Burger King thing. I thought I put that in my server already. Maybe I didn't. I did post it somewhere because I posted it and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I don't know why they're pushing Part One Naruto toys at Burger King of all places, but hey, maybe they just found out what Naruto was. You know, almost a decade late, but it is what it is. Um, but yeah, it's also the reason why I think people say you need to have friends because your friends will put you in positions you don't want to be in, but it'll overall be a benefit to you as a person. It's not it's not preferred, but it can be very helpful if you're allowing yourself to be pulled along. It's always something I always think about. You know, in animes when you're walking, when like a person grabs another person's hand and it drags them into some sort of wacky hijinks or an adventure. In life, I think we all need people to pull us along. We need people to sit there and grab our hands and pull us into a situation, regardless if we want to be there or not, because that situation has the potential, I say potential, mind you, to lead into something beautiful. It doesn't always, it's not always guaranteed, and it's not always something beautiful. Sometimes the shit sucks, but it's like everything else in life, it's a gamble. If you want to increase your odds of winning, you have to play around with the field. You have to make extra moves. You have to build connections, build bridges, and don't burn them. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit. Oh, Jesus. Okay. It is cold, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Yeah, but that requires you to be in a shonen anime, though. Oh, of course, but like it's still under the same principle. Shonen animes are meant to inspire. What's more inspiring than seeing a guy get his shit together and become that man, become that guy? That's inspiring. That's probably the reason why I like Gurren Lagann so much. It's coming of age. That's why it's a genre. It's a coming of age story. Simon spends the first season fucking cowering in fear and being a fucking pushover. Then an event happens and he needs to step up and he gets pushed forward by characters around him and then obviously new characters like Nia and it becomes fucking immaculate, which is why I think Gurren Lagann is a goddamn masterpiece. But I think Kill la Kill's trash. Kill la Kill didn't have the backdrop to make me connect. Kill la Kill was like, let's just do this clothing and fighting metaphor with women. And I'm just like, I don't care. When I tell you, I sit there, dead face pan, looking at the television like, we do not care. We don't care. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, introvert lifestyle is, I love it, but I hate it because it prevents me from socially growing. I imagine my social maturity is probably a lot lower than it needs to be, particularly just because I was in the house by myself a lot. It's not really healthy, but it is life. It's life. It's my life. Don't you forget. It's my life. Is it that way? I'm stop. I'm stopping. I'm rambling now. I don't really have thoughts on the Zelda movie. I'm not a huge Zelda fan, so I'm not really the best person to ask about the Zelda movie. But just know that I'm looking forward to seeing it. I don't have any crazy thoughts. Um, hmm. I think because it's cold and I'm fighting it and I'm walking around and it's not working. You want to know what your problem is? I didn't max out your courage stat. All right, we're done. We're done. Ryan ruined it for all of you guys. No, I'm playing. No, no, seriously. I think I'm gonna chill for the rest of the night. Maybe hang out with the peeps in the Discord server and chill. Particularly because we mostly covered everything, and I drive a Toyota. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, and then tomorrow we're starting a new adventure. La la. God damn it. Fucking Sonic. Well, hopefully you enjoyed another rendition of Big Back Fridays. Your boy, the Insane Green Creek, was here to show you around, enjoy the fat back, and life decision talk. But with that being said, I'm going to call it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. Ooh! Okay, I gotta stop playing with this fucking door. I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. Love. This has been your boy, the Insane Game Creek. Life's a game. Pay to win. And I'll catch you guys later. Thank you. Good night. Bye bye. Where's the stop button? Is that it? That is it.